Epiphanies await the curious mind. That is the slogan behind Art of Play, my favorite shop. No cap, that is my favorite shop. If you are like me and enjoy puzzles, playing cards, games, and just curiosities, it's the store for you. I've mentioned them plenty of times. They've always had a link in my description. Once per year, they send me the most amazing things around Christmas time. I'm guessing that's a marketing tactic on their behalf, and by the looks of this video, a good one. We're gonna look at some of the amazing things that they've brought us this year, and I can't wait to get into it. So like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you're interested in purchasing any of this, again, in the description. Let's go. First things first, this thing here, Uplifting Products, handle with care, be uplifted. .co. A solar-powered spiraling sculpture designed to soothe the soul, hand-assembled in England. So this is the box that it comes in. We've opened it up. We've tested her out. You put this thing by a window. So that then sits on that. And there we go. That is now in there. I think this is used to start the machine. And then, this is pretty cool. So you sit this by a windowsill, and as you can see right here, there is a small solar panel that will, I guess, emit enough power to, I'm gonna try to get scientific here for y'all. It will create enough power that creates an electromagnetic counterforce to the magnets that are on that bottom spiral. And so using the power of the sun, they will spin indefinitely. I think that's the idea. So this is a mesmerizing piece, and it's what's great about this is that when you start staring at it, it kind of keeps appearing and disappearing, and there is something very soothing about that. And a beautiful piece of work. This is something that just looks magical in itself, has magical properties to it. If you walked into my office and this was on my desk along with like some other things that I'm gonna show today, I would look like a straight up wizard. So that's what I want. I want my office to look like I'm a wizard. Next up, should we give them all the goodies right now, or should we go like slow? Should we bring it in slowly? Let's bring it in slowly. Let's bring something that isn't as magical, but still very cool. Actually, everything in this box is my favorite. This is also my favorite. This is the Educated Monkey. If you have a math problem and you suck at math, you can always count on the Educated Monkey to help you out. So if you're doing your taxes and you need to figure out what 6 times 11 is, you can go 6 times 11, and this mechanical sort of automaton monkey, looks like something straight out of a carnival in the 20s, will find the answer. So he'll go from 3 times 6, and no matter what you do, the answer is always correct. Let's try 11 times 12. Yeah, 132. I'll take your word for it. Nice little math thing. It looks like a lid. So if you had, I'm guessing if you had like some sort of box that this would fit on, you could use this as a lid, but fun little toy. Definitely something you'd find at a carnival or a fair or something like that. Next, I don't know what these are. These are handkerchiefs. Handkerchiefs? 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 Handkerchai, you be the judge. These are tiny little blankets. And they are by Art of Play. I haven't opened them yet. We're gonna have a first look at them right now and see what lies inside. Magician could always use a handkerchief. Very important prop to have on them. Also, with COVID going around, might be good to keep one of these handy in case you don't have your mask one day. Ooh, this is lovely. Look at that pattern. That is beautiful. The Art of Play insignia over here. And the material is very nice. Feels like some type of thin linen. And also we have some Japanese writing down here, some kanji, I believe. And then we have another one here. So Japanese inspired, looks like. The packaging, very minimalist with this is a beautiful little gift. If you're gonna get someone something, like this is a nice, elegant, you know what? I'm kind of happy they're not made of like silk either. I like this material. Leave those aside. Let's do a really cool item. I haven't opened this one yet, so check this one out. What does that say? Lake England? Kingland. Designer is Nick Ramage. Opening this for the first time. Oh, that's always a mess, these things. Oh, that is cool. What? I have one of these, but not quite as cool looking. My phone seems to agree. Wow, 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 wow. Let's get rid of these things here. Look at this. It's a little machine. Oh, it needs batteries? Lee, do we have AA batteries anywhere? We do? Those batteries are now in A very satisfying looking switch. You ready for this? Wow. Look at that. It's really cool. I'm trying to figure out like a useful way of having this. Be like if you're awaiting someone's decision, you're just like. Pretty cool. A curiosity is what it is. It's a curiosity. It's an oddity. I love this. Absolutely love this. Let's put this guy away. We're gonna find him a nice place to live where he can spend his days waiting. Next, there's so many things to look at. Ooh, this is cool. This is something for the top down here. What do you call these, a Wobble Stone? Should probably check out the name before I review any of these things. I've been playing with these for a few years. Every time I visit Dan and Dave, actually, they've always got these laying around. Really cool, innately magical, works with physics. And what it does basically is that if I spin this clockwise, no problem. We have a spinning sculpture. Very pretty, not that impressive. However, it does not like to be spun counterclockwise. Let me demonstrate. It just halfway through goes like, nope, I'm going the other way. How does this work? It was built in Australia. So when you build things over there, they spin the other way. I could hear you typing in the comments, by the way. You're just like, I'm from Australia, mate. That's not how it works down here. Sorry, didn't want to offend any of my Australians. I know it's late over there and I appreciate you guys watching this at 3 in the morning. So again, spin this way. Something really cool about that. So it's the physics of how it's built. It kind of wobbles itself and then creates enough energy while wobbling that it moves the other way, right? Physics class with Ramsay. Yeah, you can see it's not exactly equal and very cool. Just a fun, definitely a fun thing. If you've never seen this and it's the first time experiencing it, it is quite magical because you just ask somebody to spin it and you say spin it the other way and it just won't. And it almost looks like it's magnetically charged or something when it isn't. It's just a piece of wood. We were asking ourselves actually yesterday, we're like, how do you even come up with that? And I guarantee you that was by accident. There's no way someone set out to be like, this is my goal for today. How do I make a Wobble Stone? Next up, we have a lot of cool things still left. We have this thing. This is very cool. So this is an origami sculpture that kind of feels and looks like a mini accordion. Here's the packaging. Packaging is very beautiful, very minimalist. And this is, I believe, handcrafted again. I think most of these things are handcrafted. And ready? Oh. So this opens up and it's just kind of a really cool sculpture. And I guess you could leave it on your desk. Looks very cool, but it's just something fun to play with because it does kind of pull in all directions when you open it. And for something to pack so small and to play so big, I feel like that's the magical part of it. You're like, here, we have this little thing and all of a sudden, whomp, we're looking at this giant thing. It kind of feels like elephant toothpaste, you know? When you put that elephant toothpaste and just kind of, very satisfying and beautiful. Can you twist it? You can twist it a little bit. Don't want to stretch it too hard, but that is, wait, can the ends come together? I feel like the ends should, no, they can't really come together. I don't want to force that, but that's pretty cool. So a nice little art piece you can have on someone's desk. You can give as a gift. You can play songs with it. Ready? Doesn't actually make noise, but yeah. Everything feels very magical right now. There's a magicalness in the air. For my puzzle fans, we have this, and I've not opened it yet. Presented by Art of Play, Sumo in a Blanket, a Japanese puzzle challenge. So by the looks of it, it does not look like there's a sumo in here, but I guess there is. Opening it up, I don't know. Again, I have no idea what this is. We have, what is this? So this is a bag, a very shallow bag, a little, almost like a little purse, right? And we have this, and it says here, Sumo is sleepy, but the night is cold, and all he has to keep him warm is a tiny blanket. In order to snooze soundly, his board must be completely covered by the bag on all sides. Can you find the way to tuck him in? Be gentle, no undue force is required. Was created by Japanese mathematics writer and award-winning puzzle inventor Iwahiro Hirokazu Iwasawa. Produced by Art of Play in the United States. So this has to fit in there on all sides, but he's too robust. He doesn't fit within the blanket. And this doesn't break apart. This is just a piece of wood, a piece of fabric. I am actually intrigued right now. I believe. Okay, so look here. Aha. You can pull the fabric inside out. Is that a clue? Kind of just does that though. Kind of just looks like baby underwear. I feel like I don't know. Attempt to solve this real quick. I feel like the natural progression here is to try and, that's not gonna work. How? How does someone have these two objects and was like, oh yeah, this fits in here like this, and he fits it in? There's no way. There's no way. It's legit is just a piece of wood and a silly little bag, and yet it's outsmarted me. I feel like an idiot. Huh. I'm gonna leave this aside and I'll get back to this. I wanna continue on with this unboxing, but I am now officially intrigued, upset, and obsessed with this puzzle, and I will leave that over here and get back to it. Next up is probably, I don't know how useful this is, but it definitely is magical. It is a coffee engine. What per se is a coffee engine, you may ask? Well, it's exactly what you're looking at. So it presumably, I'm guessing, uses the heat and is very delicately balanced in there to where the heat, I'm guessing, will play around with if I leave that on a hot coffee and give it a go. Okay, we got to get it going. And then is it going now? It's going faster and faster. It is using the heat of the coffee to power this very tiny engine, and it is extremely satisfying to stare at because there's all sorts of little moving bits and parts. And as you can see, it's going faster and faster and faster. I guess it's to keep your coffee warm, but imagine you walk into my office and I'm here and I got this thing whizzing around in the background and this thing, and I've got some potions brewing behind me, and it's exactly what you would expect from a wizard, is what I'm saying, is what I've been saying. I'm transitioning into a wizard. This is what's happening. This is what you're witnessing. I feel like this is getting faster and faster to the point where it's just gonna like fly off the top. It's very cool. There's a small sound to it too. I guess once you take it off, see how long it keeps going for. It doesn't seem to be losing any speed very quickly. So I guess the heat is still kind of trapped in there, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe you start heating it with your coffee, and once it's supercharged, it kind of just sits there. Let's move on. That's delicious. Let's move on. We'll let that sit there, see how long that goes for. Next up, this is very cool. I'm into board games. I'm into all sorts of games that I love playing with friends. This one caught my eye. They have, by the way, a plethora of board games and all types of games on their website. I've got a board game collection. By the way, my favorite games are, I like Catan, Settlers of Catan. We like Castle of the Mad King Ludwig is a very fun game. Risk is also good. Chess, obviously. This one seems to be interesting. So this is called Rule of Three. And I guess the rules are pretty simple here, and it says, Rule of Three is a fast-paced strategy game for visual thinkers. Shuffle the cards and prepare to collect matching triplets of shapes, colors, and numbers. You outwit the other players and steal the cards that they need. Quick thinking, logic, and skill will win the game. This thing seems to be running out of steam. Is it steam powered? Is that what it is? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm a magician. God's sakes. By the way, look at that. How do these handle? Ooh, they handle pretty well. Nice little fan. Look at that fan. Wow, baby. Okay, I think we get the gist of it. Pretty fun game. I think we'd probably have to get the hang of it and maybe find some tutorial online just to make sure we're playing it right. And the back design here, might I add, is quite lovely. So that is Rule of Three, available at Art of Play. Lastly, but definitely not leastly. Oh, just stuck to my table. Good thing I've got a handkerchief. Probably shouldn't use that for coffee, but there it is. We're making use of it. So hold on. This thing here was by far, I think, the coolest thing that came in the mail. Look at that. It's called DaVinci's DRAWMATON. So it's an automaton that draws. Some assembly required. Leonardo da Vinci loved robots and built them to entertain his friends and even kings and queens. DaVinci's DRAWMATON is based on Leonardo's Robot Knight, built around 1495, so an actual thing, which is considered to be history's first robot. Antoine, special thanks to him, spent 2 hours putting this together yesterday, so a bit tedious, but man, oh man, is that ever beautiful. Have a look at that in all its glory and splendor. This is the DRAWMATON. So I guess you take a couple sheets of paper here, you then place it carefully on this here. This is so cool. And these here are interchangeable now. They need to be sort of waxed and sanded so that they move smoothly. Every one of these things, as crazy as they look, will apparently make a drawing. A different drawing. Must be placed on the inside here. Once that is tightly fastened and secured, are you ready for this? It starts drawing. Just make sure this isn't too bright. I'll go down here so you can see it happen. And it's kind of erratic, and it jerks around, and you're like, wow, well, how is it gonna draw something if it's so jerky? Right? Well, as you can see, even with its jerkiness, we'll go a couple times around. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a drawing. Look at that. That is a pretty little horse with a little harness, and surprisingly very accurate. Like the lines on it and everything, it's very, very beautiful. Here's another one we did earlier that was a little bit better because we got the hair down and everything. I guess the pen wasn't touching properly, but there you go. And apparently you can make skulls, a lady, a rose, so an assortment of drawings. I think the fun with this is definitely probably putting it together, although for me, that is the least amount of fun. Antoine enjoys it. I'm sure some of you will. But just having this thing and somebody coming by and being like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this, Ramsay? And I'm like, let me show you. And I pop it in and I spin, and I have them spin the thing. Quite amazing. And obviously the details here are amazing, like the this knight glove, the dragon that's behind it, the arm, even the spring here, the cogs, the wheel. Everything looks very Da Vinci-esque, and it looks like something out of the Room game on, you know, on your phone, the puzzle solving game. So just a beautiful, beautiful piece of artwork that you can leave on your desk. The very first robot to ever exist. That's interesting to me. So there you go. That about wraps up my review for this year's Art of Play unboxing. One more thing. Lee, you want to pass me that box over there? One more thing available, and something that we're going to be reviewing. They sent me, for all my playing card fans out there, they sent me 2 bricks filled with rare and sometimes unavailable mystery decks. So these are mystery decks of cards. You don't know what you're gonna get inside of them until you open it. Some of them could be worth a lot of money, kind of like Pokemon. Some of them are just unreleased and haven't been released yet. So we're gonna take a look at these in a future video. Leave a like if you wanna see that down below. We'll do a whole entire video on unboxing those decks. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Again, if anything here interests you, let me know in the comments what your favorite object was. Head on over to Art of Play. The link is in the description. If you use that link, obviously, it helps me out as well. And, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Peace. We were just packing up the camera stuff and everything else and putting the stuff away when I remembered I wasn't done. We have unfinished business. Cue the music, the puzzle solving music. I'm aware we don't have a puzzle solving playlist, but just, here we go. Check out the ingenious solution to this puzzle. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sumo is now completely packed in his blanket. I think we end it there. Peace.